Wolfman Jeff coming at you here in the Edit Bay in Alabama. Got back a little while ago from Chattanooga to CHI Memorial Stadium. The first match ever, the Chattanooga Red Wolves. It's the second match of the year, and it was the first time I got a chance to see them since the preseason matches I got a chance to see back in March. So I had an expectation what to see, and then last week I watched them on ESPN Plus and saw some of the same and what I expected. Coach Obleda has, he likes the attack, and he likes the aggressiveness, and you're not going to make the goal you don't take. The shots you don't take aren't going to count for anything. And possession is nice, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't do anything with it. And they did things with it. So this week, I saw a lot of improvements. It may have been the side we were playing wasn't quite the same caliber as last week. It could be, and I think this is a lot of it, the fact that they were at CHI Memorial Stadium. And even though last week I had some of my friends from the pack had gone down there to Statesboro and cheered them on, they loved that. That really made a difference. But now this stadium was packed, and I gotta say, I don't think there was hardly anybody not wearing this. They were wearing Red Wolves some kind of gear everywhere, and it wasn't like half. I'm talking 90% were wearing Red Wolves gear. That was really encouraging, and so that was a lot of fun. The attack was there. A lot of the forwards who really shone last week, with Greg Hurst, Ricardo Zacharias, Marky Hernandez. Those are our forwards, and then just so much of the pushing with Rowe, who came in later. I'll talk about him. Ricky from the side, Ricketts from the side, and let's see, Connor Doyle pushing in from the middle. There was just constant attack. Leo recycling the ball and moving it back in. I was really glad to see Leo full of start because I think he brings a level of leadership to that back line. And I don't know if that's what made the difference today, because the back line, I gotta say, is the main area of improvement that I saw over last weekend. And they were great last weekend. I enjoyed watching our defenders last week, but they kept their shape a lot more, and they were a lot more tight. And there was very few threats that I felt was coming from Tucson. And I always felt like the Red Wolves were in charge, and the Red Wolves were going to score, and they were going to dictate the pace, and they were going to, it was their home field, and you could tell the Red Wolves were comfortable playing in this new field because they've been playing there, and they were surrounded by us, and that came across. Really great. I hope my wife has footage of it. I think she did, and I think I may have footage as well of the Greg Hurst goal. And it was a strike with authority, and that was fantastic. Really, really pleased. Ricky from the side. Ricketts had to leave. He got injured. I saw him after the match, so he's going to be fine. So hopefully he's going to play again this next weekend. But I was a little worried when Jonathan had to leave, and then Uche came in, and there was no drop in quality at all. And of course, Uche is fantastic as a wing back or a right. He played right back. I've seen him play. He could play right or left back, and so he he's a very aggressive player, and he also is listening and paying attention. He's thinking, and so that was great. There was some moments there we got to see. Oh, so close. We were so close to the pitch. You could see the interaction, especially later in the game when Rowe came in. I think he came in for Hurst, and him and Markey, and Rowe and Markey and Ami and a lot of them played as kids, and they were like able to communicate so quickly and understand each other, and they anticipated it's like a band that's been playing together for 20 years, and they know, like, the drummer knows what the bassist is going to do and so forth. That's what was happening, and they were stalling a little bit in the corner, but there was just that footwork that we've seen that with Markey, but Rowe was adding into there, and some others were there. That was really, it was like toying with them, and that was a lot of fun. Mangles spot on. Mangles, he was he was there. He was solid. He didn't have a whole lot to do because I don't think they had as many shots on goal as we did, but none of them that I ever feel was going to get past Mangles. And so that was great. So again, really pleased with the back line this time. Liking Soto in the midfield. And again, I used to always imagine him a little further up the pitch, but he is really dictating and making sure things aren't getting caught up. So it was a comfortable win. It was a 1-0. I don't think it's a stretch to say it easily could have been 3-0 or maybe 4-0. So that's one of the few criticisms I have with the game, or not so much a criticism of area I know that the coach continued to work on, and that's on finishing. We had some really good chances, just not enough to get in there. So I think with a little more work on there, we could tie this up. And we're not going to be playing teams that played like FC Tucson. And I had expected a lot more from FC Tucson, to be honest. So I'm not sure if they were just off or we were just that connected, because they seemed like they were a team slapped together, and we look like we've been playing for years. So hats off. Thank you, coach, for that. A great time with the pack. If you get a chance to be in the supporter section, that's when we get to be rowdy and say all sorts of crazy things to the keeper for the other side. And oh man, be careful, Mike! This is gonna be tricky, Mike! Oh, Mike! Watch out, Mike! Oh no! Taunting and just cutting up and having a great time. I had some friends who were at other parts of the stadium, and it was, I think a statement was made, there isn't a bad seat. And it's just how that's laid out. It was, you just felt you were there. And the biggest part, I think, is it's our stadium. It's our house. And you felt like that. And I know Bob Martino built it. I know the Red Wolves own it and had it done. And the city of Eastridge was, and that's absolutely true. But as a pack, as a Red Wolf supporter, it's our house. It felt like they built it for us, like an us in mind, and that was really good. Excited to see what's happening. I'm going to do another video talking about the stadium. My wife and I just had a fantastic time, and just she took so many pictures, so we're gonna go over that in a little more detail. So I want to talk about the game. Pleased, excited. I've been watching Omaha against North Texas right now because we're playing at North Texas next Saturday, and to be honest, last year I was worried when we go to North Texas. Looking at them tonight against Omaha and how we played tonight, we're going to do a little match preview, but I think things are going to look really good for the Red Wolves next week. Hey, share me your thoughts. Were you at the match? Did you hear me? Did you hear us? Did you see us? What'd you think? What do you think about the Red Wolves season? Who are the player that you didn't expect to really come alive and is changing your mind? Who's a player that you'd like to see more of? Share your thoughts below. If you haven't already, hit like and hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified every time one of our videos goes up, just click that little bell, a little cowbell, and the fever will go away. Hey, this has been Wolfman Jeff with a Red Wolves report coming to you.